So in 2010, I was sexually assaulted by my pastor of 21 years. And I obviously decided to leave the church. And this was a church where both my parents also attended. And in going, I was confronted by my father about his concern over the fact that I, even though was in another church, I was not in the church that God had intended for me to be in. And he was concerned about my soul. And so in the pressure of how he was addressing me, I abruptly informed him of what had transpired in minimal words, but it was vulgar. And he gasped. His response was to gasp and in his gruffest voice say, "How dare I say that about a man of God who is in prayer over my soul, daily over my soul." And so obviously that let me know where my mother and father stood with the situation. I was not believed. For the next 5 years, they continued attending the church, and every Sunday and Wednesday we're shaking the pastor's hand and cutting up and carrying on and doing luncheons, and my dad had become the pastor's right-hand man. So that's how that transpired for me. And I was viewed as a liar. I had flying monkeys from the church coming and attacking me. Excuse me, they would attack me for speaking up, calling me a liar. They would, if I saw them in Walmart, they would grab their family's hands. This actually happened. They would grab their family's hands and run out the door. I had husbands who refused their wives who were my friends. They refused their wives from ever communicating with me. And obviously we were from a church that you excommunicated the people who walked away because the devil, you didn't want the devil to get in your ear. And so these were some of the things that transpired from that. And I left the church and carried on in another church. And I kept telling myself that my faith was strong enough to get through it. And in 2012, I had a nervous mental breakdown and was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.